I've had people question why I use so many traps. Now, I've got 60 sets in now, maybe 62. So why so many traps? You know, I use 10 traps, I use 15 traps, whatever. And that's all good. And sometimes you can have fantastic results with just a few traps. It really depends on the situation. Now here, I'm trapping across 90,000 acres. And I reckon I've seen sign of less than 20 dogs. Right, but those 20 dogs are coming in and playing big havoc with the goats. And they don't seem to be eating them, they just seem to be mauling the goats, chewing the back ends of them out, because they're just so easy to catch. I put Mossy out on a mob there and she had them ringed up in like 2 minutes. So dingo'd have no trouble. So right, I've got 60 traps on 90,000 acres. So that's a trap every 1,500 acres. And when you think that I'm setting in usually multiples of 2 or sometimes 3 in a situation, that means I've got one trap set, one pattern every 3,000 acres. It's a lot of space in between traps. That's where it comes down to picking your spots correctly. Now, with any of these exclusion fences, they're a massive undertaking and a massive expense. But you've got to get in and out of them. And so you've got to have gates and grids and entry points like this one here. Now, this is a pretty substantial grid. But I just look at it here now and it's nothing for a dog to get through here. Absolutely nothing for a wild dog. We have a look down here. I don't see any sign there now, but there's nothing for a dog to duck under there and go straight up. Brandon. Steady, 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 steady. Steady. Mossy. Steady, Brandon. Steady. Bungy's taking a little bit of time. He'll come around, try and get up through there. As you can see with my guys there, it's nothing for them to go across a grid like this. So that's where you've got a problem. That unless you're going to lock every gate and force everybody that comes in there to open and shut gates, or unless you're going to have automatic opening gates, you're going to have a problem. And here we are on this big stretch of the road straight out from that cattle stop, from that grid, and there's dog tracks going straight up the road towards the grid. I think they're just going in and out as they please through this predator fence now. So to me it shows that trapping is an integral part of a predator enclosure anywhere. That no matter how good you can, try and make those fences, the dogs will be better. And you've got to start trapping them, trapping or poisoning. If you've got your own working dogs in here, you don't want to be poisoning. But if you're trapping, you probably won't get big numbers. It's probably not a big numbers game at all in here, but it's how much are you prepared to spend per dog to keep them under control. It's it's another one of those tricky situations. Brandon, come. Good girl. Good girl. Block up. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Lock up. Brandon, steady. Good girl. Go back, go back. Go back. Brandon. Go back. Brandon, come. Good girl. Good girl, Mossy. Good girl. Good girl. You got him. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. That's not too bad, Mossy girl, out in the middle of this big flat. What a wild goats. And she's dealt to him. Moss. Off, Moss off, Moss off, 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 off. Moss off. Good girl, good girl. A bit of noise here under the vehicle. Look at this. This is why you carry a good pair of crescent pliers with you. Get in under here. There's always a bit of loose wire around cattle properties, and yeah, you just got to pick it up whenever you can, tidy it up, because otherwise it ends up around your vehicle, around your tail shaft. I thought this set would have fired straight away, but nothing. Interesting. Well, maybe tomorrow. Maybe if I put it in first gear, I'd go ahead too. Little Mossy's really taken a liking to these goats. I'm only going to say the word goat, and she's hanging out the side. We're looking for them. We can muster them up. Trap in here yesterday. Hasn't been back by the look. I've been seeing a lot of sign though further down this other way, so we'll go back and check there first. Alright, we've got a catch. It's not what we expected. Down in the gully set, got a catch. Hello, mon petit chat. That's too big a piece of bling for a little kitty cat like you. It looks like the squeaker has struck again. Well, that's the best place for a kitty cat. There's no place in here. To all the cat lovers out there, I'm sorry, but there's no place in the Aussie bush for a cat. They just destroy all the little critters. So, yep, another one bites the dust. Right. This is what I was concerned might happen. All these goats around. I caught this little fella. I just got him out of the trap real quick. He was caught in the other foot. No damage whatsoever. Just a look at yourself for a moment. Just get on track. On track. Settle down, little fella. Settle down. Well, that's where he was caught across there, right across that hock, across the toes. No damage. Off you go. Right. Now that was the risk of trapping around the gates. I thought sooner or later I'm going to catch one of these little critters. Anyway, I caught him on the squeaker again. He's come in to investigate the squeaker, or he was just casually walking past, one or the other. But anyway, he was caught on a squeaker set, and yeah, no damage at all. Again, that's your jake trap, that's your soft jaw trap. It's a leg hold. People keep saying they're a foot trap. No, they're a leg hold, they're a foot hold trap. And that's exactly what they're designed to do. Well done. Yeah, 1 out of a couple of thousand. I haven't done too bad. There's a squeaker in that one that's working perfectly. Just hear it there. Right, one lot to go. The little fella has passed out. Been a tough day hanging out the window and looking at all the trees and cattle and goats and whatever else. He's had a big day. It's a big day for a 9 weeks old puppy. He's doing pretty good. He's going to be a ripper. I've just got to keep him alive. That's the thing. There's so many things that can happen to a young dog. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head. Righto, we'll come over here to have a look around this part of the property. There's a good dam here, a lot of heifers in this paddock and cows, and a dead beast here, and I've got a track here straight away. One track, not real fresh, but it's a dog track. Now, how to trap here without getting the cattle to wreck it all? A lot of birds. But the dog has been visiting this, so. Right, what can I build? What can I get here? I'll see if I can build something out of branches. It'll get me a bit of a place there that the cattle can't wreck. See what I can build. This is what I've got to contend with. You girls, you'd wreck everything. You'd wreck the Lord's Prayer if you knew it. Walk up, Mossy. Walk up, Brandon. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up. So what I wanted to do then, those cows come straight over. They're just going to swamp what we're doing here, and they're pretty forceful. They come over as a bunch and straight at us. Like, it wasn't nothing provoked by us. Just because we were here, that mob decided to take us on. So to see the two dogs just work together there to push them back, right? Normally Mossy will want to go around and block and bring the cattle to you, but she knew those cattle were coming at us, and I just, told them to walk up, nothing more, and they just pulled those cattle up. Didn't take any, any lip from any of them. Pushed them back, nipped them on the nose, on the heel if they had to, and pushed them back where they come from. Walk up. You were just watching, weren't you? Good boy, Brandon. Good girl, Marcy. Good girl. Good girl. Good boy. Good dogs. That's good. Good dogs. Righto, so that's the little enclosure I've built there. I'll try and put 2 traps under that, and I might try and get another one to one side here somewhere on a stick that maybe will last. Righto, I've put 2 in under that shelter, under that cow guard, and I've actually put one onto one of the back legs of that beast and just put as a blind out off its stomach cavity, because I can see where they've been chewing at it there. There's a dog, he might not be coming in every night, but it'll be coming in trying to get at that stomach cavity. And yeah, just put one there as a blind. He steps in there, misses it on the way in with his front foot. You could quite easily put a back foot in that one. So 3 good ones. I think it's about time to get out of the field. Yeah, we're probably up to nearly 70 traps in now, out across a big area, but still another 15 that I could put in if I need to. We shall see. Sometimes it's as simple as that the dogs have been here, they've had a feed, they've moved on, they're somewhere else in their circuit, they're going to be back here in a week's time. And if you're in that gap in between, nothing happens. So that's why I like to just go and find, more country. Now, I see reports of people saying, oh yeah, I've caught X amount of dogs off a dead beast or whatever, and that's all good. They don't tell you that they might have those traps in there for 2 months. And, twice over those 2 months, get fired. And all the rest of the time, nothing happened. And that's not much good when you're up here for 10 days. You've got to go searching for those animals, find where they are, and get your traps into the positions where they are now. That's why I use so many traps. All peaceful at these first 2 sets. It's getting colder this morning. There's a westerly wind blowing. So I bet the poor people down in the southern states of Australia now are copping a real cold blast with this westerly sort of wind up here. It's had a fair bit of the sting taken off it by the time it gets here, but when you're used to hot days and then it turns cold in the mornings, it's sort of a little bit of a contrast for the old blood. The old blood gets too thin up here. Everything's quiet. I won't even get out to check the recording camera because I just don't want to leave any scent on the ground, but it doesn't look like the dogs were back. It was a big hope for today. I've come along to the predator-proof fence to this gateway. First thing I see are scratch marks. Dog scratched there probably, last night. They go straight under there without a problem. This is what I'm facing. If the dogs I'm looking for might not even be here now, they might be out here. This next paddock. Well, we'll set up here. There's fresh tracks. Our dog's been right here overnight. Okay. I feel really good about the pattern now, though, what we've got right around the whole property. It's taken me like 5 days to get it where I want to, but this is across 90,000, no, it's 70,000 acres I'm working on. Of the 90, yeah. Just need a little bit of luck now. We just need things to fall our way. Well, it's turning out to be a tough trap line, this one. The dogs are just not falling easy. They are not at all. We've come most of the way around all the sets in the first 50,000 acre block, and really not even a close go. Not even a close go. Not even a fresh take. I don't think we're dealing with that many dogs. If people said how many dogs on the line, I'd be saying definitely under 15 and could be under 10. So I'm sort of aiming at, if I can get 6 or 8 dogs, it'll be a really good result. Got 2 pigs down here, down the creek. Off! Dogs. Yeah, big seal. Good dogs. Big seal. Another long, hard day. We've done some kilometres around this place. I'm not sure how many in the loop, but it'd have to be 100, 120. One pig, and right here on another squeaker is another cat. You know the drill. This little fella's fallen to the squeak. No joke. Sit right on dark. Sit, mate, sit. Sit, little fella. Right on dark. We got a pig in the trap. Sit, dog, sit. Yep, little pig in the trap. You can be bait, little fella. Okay, right on dark, and yeah, he's come in since we checked it this morning, this little fella. Righto, we'll put him as fresh bait and we'll just set again right here. One trap still up the bank there. This one here. Righto, we've got this dog who's come back on the line here overnight. And we've been weaving across the road, on and off the road, along here. So he's come onto the road about 50 metres past where I put the blind sets. I've got another set here, or 2 sets. I don't think he's here. Nope. Coming down into the river crossing, and we have ourselves a dog. Got ourselves a puppy. Hey. Right, Mossy. That was the one. I think this is the one that we've been looking for. It's been eluding us. Yep. Ah, look at the dust. Look at the dust on my rifle. That's the trouble when you clean them in this sort of conditions. you put any oil on them at all, even a light smearing, it just attracts the dust. Workin, Brandon. A lot of people can't face up to the realities of this world, and that's that this world is a tough, hard place. It's beautiful, it's all the fantastic things, but it is also pretty cruel, pretty hard, pretty unforgiving, and everything dies eventually. Another female. Right, and she's caught. I'll put that in on a blind trap. There, just at the side of that reed, there's a second trap further on the other side here. But, yep, full paw catch with the jake. Way to go.